Hare Krishna. So we have seen the entire chapter, chapter number 10, titled The Opulence of the Absolute, Shloka by Shloka. All the 42 shlokas we have seen. Now in this video, let's try to go through the entire chapter. Let's see the entire chapter as a summary of 42 verses together. So now what is the link between chapter 9 and chapter 10? So chapter 9, shloka number 34, Krishna makes a very serious and important point for all the sadhakas, where he says, Manmana bhava madbhakta madhyaji mam namaskaro. So he's saying, Manmana, always think of me. Now, to elaborate on this topic about always thinking of Krishna, Krishna is actually going to speak about his opulences in chapter number 10. Now, for a devotee who hears the opulences of Krishna, for him it will be very easy. He'll be able to fix his mind on Krishna by knowing his opulences. Whenever he sees anything in this world which is powerful, beautiful, extraordinary, he'll just remember Krishna. And for this reason, Krishna is giving a detailed description about his opulences in this particular chapter, chapter number 10. So let's begin. So from shloka number 1 to 3, Krishna is making a point on how he is the mysterious origin of everything, and one who knows Krishna is free from all sins. So very nicely this is summarized here from verses 1 to 3. And after that, in shloka number 4 and 5, Krishna is listing various qualities. So very, very wonderful qualities, which starts from intelligence and goes up till infamy. And then he makes a point that all these qualities which are there in different living entities, I am the origin. So from here itself he starts telling that how he is the origin. And then in shloka number 6 and 7, again he makes a very important point that how he is the source of all the material and spiritual worlds. How he is the source of all the personalities. Material and spiritual worlds will come later. But in 6 and 7, he's talking about how he is the source of all the great personalities. And then after having spoken about this, and after having made this statement that one who is factually convinced of his opulence and mystic power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service, of this there is no doubt. So in shloka number 7, Krishna is saying that the one who knows my opulences will be engaged in unalloyed devotional service unto me. And such a person will surely attain highest destination. Now shloka number 8 to 12, to 8 to 11 are very important set of shlokas which we saw in great detail. And these set of shlokas are called as Chatushloki Bhagavad-gita. So these 4 shlokas, they actually talk about the essence of entire Bhagavad-gita. So as we said, in Bhagavad-gita we have 18 chapters, which are categorized into 6. And these 6 chapters, the initial 6 chapters, they talk about Karma Yoga. Obviously, some parts talk about Ashtanga Yoga also. The last 6 chapter talks about Jnana Yoga, and the middle 6 chapters talk about Bhakti Yoga. And this is very, very important section. And in that also, the middle 2 chapters, 9 and 10, they speak a lot of things about pure devotional service. And even in that, the most important verses are shloka number 8 to 11. So in shloka number 8, Krishna is saying that how he is the origin of all the material and spiritual worlds. Aham sarvasya prabhavo, mattas sarva pravartate. And then he continues saying that how my pure devotees, they are busy discussing about me. Machitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. And what does Krishna do to reciprocate with such people? Then he says, Tesham satata yuktanam. Those personalities who are always engaged in my devotional service. Satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. Lovingly serving me. What happens? Dadami buddhi yogam tam jena mam upayantite. I give them intelligence so that they can come back to me. And then he also makes a statement at the end of this Chatushloki Bhagavad-gita, that is the 11th shloka, where he says, Tesham evanukampartham. For those people whom I am extremely pleased, I shower my special mercy. And what is that special mercy? Aham ajnana jam tamaha nashayami atma bhavasto jnanadipena bhashvatah. There he says that I remove the darkness by lighting the lamp of knowledge within their hearts. Basically, he says, I reveal myself to them in their hearts. So these four verses are very, very important verses which Krishna has given us in this 10th chapter. Now from Shloka number 12 to 13, 12 to 13, or in fact I should say 12 to 18, Arjuna is speaking. Now Arjuna starts acknowledging Krishna. Now Krishna has spoken so many things from so many chapters in fact. Now Arjuna acknowledges Krishna saying that you are the greatest personality. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan. Now he is very clear, he is saying that you are the supreme personality of Godhead. You are the ultimate abode. You are the purest. You are the absolute truth. You are eternal, original person, unborn, greatest. And Arjuna says, this is not just my conclusion, O Krishna. All the great personalities are saying. Who are the great personalities? Asita, Devala, Vyasa, Narada. All these great personalities are talking about you, O Krishna. And he goes on acknowledging Krishna. So from 14 to 15, these two shlokas, Arjuna is saying, no one can understand you, O Krishna. You are the only one who can understand yourself. And then he says in shloka number 16 and 17, he is now requesting in these two shlokas that, oh Krishna, can you please reveal to me your opulences? If you feel I am qualified to understand this, then please reveal to me whatever I can understand. And then in shloka number 18, he is again emphasizing on the point that please describe to me more about yourself, because I am not satiated by hearing your glories again and again and again. Now Krishna starts speaking. From shloka number 19, Krishna starts speaking. So from 19 to 20, Krishna makes it very clear. He says that he is the most prominent, or he is describing the most prominent of his opulences, where in shloka number 19 he makes it very clear that my opulences are unlimited, but I will speak only those which are prominent. And then he also makes a point in the future verses that how he is the all-pervading super soul, he is the beginning, middle and the end of all living beings. Now from shloka number 21 to 39, now Krishna gives specific things or specific details of how in a group of personalities, in a group of entities, how the special one, the extraordinary one is Krishna. Like for example, in 21 he says, among Adityas I am Vishnu, among the Maruts I am Marichi, among stars I am Moon. Then he continues, among Vedas I am Samaveda, among all the Devi Devtas I am Indra, among all the senses I am the mind, among the living beings I am the consciousness, among the Rudras I am Lord Shiva, I am of all the Vasus I am fire, among the mountains I am Meru. Like this he continues, and so many of them are given, which goes on where he says, among the Daitya demons I am Prahlad. And then among the letters I am A, I am Akshara, that is Akara. And then in the hymns of Samaveda I am Brihat Sama. Among the months I am Marga Shirsha. Among the seasons I am the Kusumakaraha, the flower bearing spring. And also he goes on to say, not just the positive ones, he also includes the negative ones, saying, among the cheats I am gambling. He says, I am the strength of the strong. And among the Vrishnis I am Balram, that is Vasudeva. Among Pandavas I am you, O Arjuna. Among the sages I am Vyasa, and among the great thinkers I am Shukracharya. And then finally in shloka number 19 he says that I am the generating seed of all existence. There is no being moving or non-moving that can exist without me. Now Krishna has made these strong points, and then he concludes this entire chapter in shloka number 40, 41 and 42. So in shloka number 40 he says, that there is no end to my divine manifestation. How much can I speak? My manifestations are unlimited. Here he says, what I have spoken to you is but a mere indication. Little bit superficial I have described something of Arjuna. And then in Shloka number 41, he makes a very, very emphatic point where he says, Yadyad vibhuti mat sattvam shrimat oji tameva va tattat eva va gachatvam mama tejomsha sambhava. He's saying that everything that you see, opulent, beautiful and glorious creation, all that just springs from spark of my splendor. He's not even saying from my splendor, he's saying spark of my splendor. So here, in this particular verse, Krishna is saying, I've described so many things. And anything that you see in this world, which is extraordinary, opulent, beautiful, glorious, you have to remember me, because all that is just an amsha, spark of my splendor, coming from the spark of my splendor. And finally, in Shloka number 42, Krishna is telling Arjuna that why you want to know all this in detail? Because just by the fragment or the fragmental expansion of mind, I pervade the entire creation. So Krishna is saying, as Paramatma or Shirodakshaya Vishnu, I'm there in each and every atom. I'm sustaining the entire creation. I'm taking care and maintaining the entire creation. So what is the need to know all these opulences? Basically, Krishna is saying, Arey, this one is enough. This one is enough to meditate on, because wherever you see, you will be able to find me. So in this way, in this particular chapter, the opulence of the Absolute, the opulence of Lord Sri Krishna, Krishna has made it very clear that how he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, how there is no one who is equal to him, and how there is no one who is greater than him. He is asama urdhva. There is no one equal to him, there is no one greater than him. He is that personality who is worshipable. So if we want to worship someone in our life, it's only Krishna and no one else. And in the age of Kali Yuga, we worship the Lord by the process which he himself has given us, which is called as Yuga Dharma, that is chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now, having completed this chapter, next chapter, that is chapter number 11, is actually a movie. It's a movie where Krishna is going to show his universal form, Arjuna is going to see all that, Sanjay is going to see all that and describe to Dhritarashtra. And finally, Arjuna, being scared of the entire form, he's going to request Krishna, please come back to your two-handed form. So let's see this movie starting from the next shloka. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.